The Ravens trying to do more than win a playoff game. They want to climb to the top of the mountain. They last won the Super Bowl to cap the 2012 season when Joe Flacco was the quarterback. Lamar Jackson has been the two-time league MVP. They have been the number one seed twice in Jackson's career. They have not been able to parlay that into a Super Bowl appearance. Receiver DeAndre Hopkins suggested he could be the missing piece. The Ravens are missing something, and it could be him. It also could not be him. And DeAndre Hopkins was at one point one of the best receivers in the NFL. Now, my current memory of DeAndre Hopkins is seeing him badly misplay a ball that could have been a nice little catch and run at a time when the Super Bowl was still arguably there for the taking for the Chiefs, because we know how the Chiefs come from behind. Double-digit deficits in the Super Bowl. They find a way to close the gap. It was a moment in that Super Bowl where Hopkins was there and he catches the ball and he's got some green grass in front of him. And even though he's never been a speedster, he could have added to the gain that would have come from simply catching the pass. And he just made kind of an ungainly, awkward adjustment that you don't see professional athletes make. And it just makes me wonder what's really in the tank with DeAndre Hopkins, and what can we truly expect from DeAndre Hopkins? I don't think he shows up and, becomes the guy. I mean, Zay Flowers is the guy, and Rashad Bateman's closer to the guy. DeAndre Hopkins is like third option slot guy, 3rd and 7. He'll get you 8 yards. So I don't know that that's what they're missing. What they're ultimately missing is guys who are going to step up and make big plays in big games. They can take care of the regular season, but at the postseason, I don't know if there's just a hyper awareness. I don't know if there's an anxiety level that kicks in. I don't know if it's the pressure that comes from multiple years of failing to get there. And I think that, and I know how this goes. The regular season is a slog. And it's one week after another, and it takes on its own rhythm. It takes on its own reality. And then when the regular season ends, for the teams that make it to the postseason, there is a dramatic change to just the overall vibe. And the teams that can ride that new wave versus the teams that think about it too much, the teams that feel too tight, like you have to just go take it. And if you're thinking too much about your past failure to close that deal and advance to the level you're trying to advance to, I think it becomes an impediment. I really do. And that's why teams like the Ravens, teams like the Vikings, who, are 0-2 in the postseason during Kevin O'Connell's time with the team and desperately need to change that narrative before it really hardens in the cement. The Steelers with their run of playoff losses. You need to pivot to that kind of a loose and free mindset where you don't think about the thing that is keeping you from getting to where you want to go. And it also doesn't help that the Ravens have to deal with the likes of the Bills and the Chiefs. That's the problem. Still murderer's row to get to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. So I don't think DeAndre Hopkins is the thing the Ravens are missing. I think the thing that they're missing is just slipping into the right mindset and just going out there and taking it and not getting yourself bogged down by thoughts of past postseason failures. And I know someone would say, oh, that doesn't matter. These are professional athletes. Baloney. They're human beings. And they see and they hear and they're affected by what's out there. They act like they're not, but they are.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.